The Otto Hutt design08 is the best fountain pen made in the last 25 years. Hey Goodfellas, I'm Naldi and we are at Style of Zug. Some of you might just have thought, yes, it truly is. And some others just have said, what are you talking about? Well, let me explain today why I think that the design08 is probably the best new fountain pen model made in the last 25 years. Which other great pen models have come to life in the last 25 years? Let's list a few. Scribophile, Namiki Aya, Graf und Faber-Castell Magnum, Montegrappa Zero, Montblanc Starwalker, all truly amazing models and must-haves. But there are several reasons why I think that the Otto Hutt design08 is the best model made in the last 25 years. So please don't expect to have one groundbreaking sentence on why it is so, but rather listen to the several reasons why I think that this model is already iconic after only 2 years being on the market. Let's start by saying that one of the main efforts must be having the vision as a business owner of handing out the design of a new model to someone that is truly highly knowledgeable and skilled and has the conceptual thinking to create such an amazing writing instrument. And that's what Otto Hutt did when they asked Berlin-based designer Mark Brown to design the new writing instrument. Mark Brown already had worked with Otto Hutt for the Design C, the model made for the centenary of the brand. And he had already shown his skills with that beautiful, understated model. The winning factor already with the Design C, but then also with the design08, surely has been the mix between his design skills and the manufacturing skills of Otto Hutt. It is also important to note that Mark Brown is the designer of the best-selling Nomos watch, the Nomos Metro. Okay, but now let's dive deeper into the peculiarity of the design08. And while we discover all this feature of the design08, would you consider subscribing to the channel? A lot of you amazing pen collectors that are watching probably haven't even noticed, but you haven't subscribed yet. So why don't you hit the button? You'll stay tuned on future content that is coming up in the next days, weeks, months, years, and I'd be very, very grateful. Thank you and welcome to this amazing community of Goodfellas. So let's start. First thing you notice when you take this writing instrument in your hand is the weight. We're talking about circa 80 grams, and therefore you get a sense of quality and value just already by holding the writing instrument in your hands. But the magic starts when you start analyzing the design of what you're holding in your hand. Definitely Bauhaus-inspired design where form follows function, and this philosophy is transcribed into the vertical and horizontal guilloche. Vertical on the cap, because that's how you uncap the fountain pen. Horizontal on the barrel, because it's the element that moves horizontal when writing. And vertical again for the pull and twist piston knob, because obviously to action it, you need to pull it down vertically. And on the bottom and the top of the cap, we find two concave elements that end the pen. Complex in manufacturing, even more complex to make it an even polishing. With the Otto Hutt logo being very subtle and elegant on the top of the clip, a clip with a nice spring that can move freely. Nowadays, the outer metal trims come in three versions, ruthenium, gold and black. And another element that makes the design08 an extremely well-made writing instrument in my eyes is the fact that the cap always closes down in the exact same direction, with really no space to overclose the cap. So the cap is always aligned with the nib, and on the opposite side you will find on the piston knob Germany 08 and then the number of your specific piece. Imagine the precision that Otto Hutt had to work with in order to create such a closing mechanism. You can usually find this kind of closing on a Montblanc pen priced like at 3,000 francs, just to make an example. And when we uncap it, we discovered a beautiful knurled grip section made out of stainless steel and then plated in black PVD. This section is always the same for all three models, and what really struck me was when Mark Brown explained that he decided that the number 6 sized 18 karat gold nib that is available in extra fine, fine, medium and broad had to be in yellow gold in order to give warmth to an overall very gray and slightly brutalist design. Now, the most common cliche creative things that one could have done on this writing instrument is to say, let's put a black PVD nib or a ruthenium nib. But the added value that a design master like Brown brings to the table is exactly that the choices that he makes bring a spirit to the writing instrument, rather than just an aesthetical or commercial choice. And obviously, all this beauty and conceptual thinking would be obnoxious if the 18-karat gold nib wouldn't be just a dream to write with. And it truly is a dream to write with, confirmed by my best customers, owners of some of the most incredible collections I have ever seen in my life. And this is important to know for me because my experience as a user is one, but then the experience and the feedbacks I get from other customers reinforces what I think about this incredible writing instrument. And then from the nib, we move over to the now famous pull and twist filling mechanism. Now, I will put this up front. I've heard sometimes people saying that this filling mechanism is over-engineered. And I strongly disagree with this statement. It is like saying that a wing door of Lamborghini is over-engineered. Well, somehow it is true. The pull and twist mechanism is kind of over-engineered in comparison to what we have used and known until now. Almost no brand has worked on an innovative and new kind of sensation when it comes to the piston filling mechanism. Now imagine, Otto Hutt has taken one of their very busy engineers and asked them to please work on a new and innovative piston filling mechanism. Something mechanical and exciting. How cool is that? And they've come out with this pull and twist that, in order to be actioned, needs to be deblocked, brought into position 1 with a gentle twist and pulling that brings it to the neutral position. And then a further twist and pull that brings it to the position number 2, where then you can fill your fountain pen, twisting clockwise to bring the piston up, and then counterclockwise to fill the pen up until you hear this sound. Once filled, twist and push it back until it's full in and blocked again. Seems crazy only when you use it for the first time. I've done it so many times. It's super natural, and to be honest, I cannot wait to fill up this fountain pen for how this mechanism makes me feel. I would say it's not over-engineered. It's finally engineered. So to wrap this up, Goodfellas, the Design08 is a writing instrument made without compromising pretty much on anything. The conceptual thinking and philosophy behind the design of Mark Brown is astonishing. The choice of materials and platings are awesome. The engineering part when it comes to the closing of the cap or the pull and twist mechanism. The writing experience that is provided with the smooth and juicy nib. The tactile feeling of the pen with its weight. All these elements make the Design08 an icon, and the reason why I think that it's the best writing instrument made in the last 25 years. Well, good fellas, up to you now to let me know down in the comments what you think about the Otto Hutt Design08. And don't forget that every time that you leave a comment, you're communicating with like-minded people that truly appreciate the art behind the making of fine pens. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more content that is coming up next. And as usual, don't forget that together we are changing the game.